Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, guys, this is just a very quick vlog. Again, I just want to draw the attention of our beloved ulama kiram to this particular quote that George W. Bush had made concerning Gog and Magog. Now, this isn't the Gog and Magog referred to in Islam, in Deen. Rather, this is the Gog and Magog referred to in biblical text, which seems to be which are taking a form entirely different to the one that I understand is the Islamic one, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. At any rate, what it's referring to is Gog and Magog are at work in the Middle East. Now, over here in this context, my understanding is that this is a Hegelian dialectic. So Gog is on one side, Magog is on the other. Let's say, for instance, Gog would be, for argument's sake, Russia, China, and their allies. You know who the allies are, I'm not going to spell that out for you. And Magog perhaps is America, Europe, Israel, and their allies, for instance. Right? So they are at work in the Middle East, and we're seeing what's been happening post 9/11. And if you go back historically, subhanAllah, you'll find all of it, even all the way from World War One, World War Two, and beyond that, to be honest, was a culmination of bringing the Ummah to where we are today. Then he goes on to say the biblical prophecies are being fulfilled, right? And in this context, as far as I'm concerned, this is the perversions made by Iblis Lanatullah to the biblical text. But for them, they would then consider that the gospel, so they're talking in um, um, allegories, right? In double speak. This confrontation is willed by God. In this particular reference, for them, they're referring to Iblis Lanatullah alayh, right? And Nauzubillah min zalik. Who wants to use this conflict to erase his people's enemies. His people's enemies would be those, again, Muslims, subhanAllah, and any of the Abrahamic religions who at least have some sort of close proximity to one another. This includes them. Before a new age begins. The new age is the one that they're referring to, is the Luciferian age, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best, is the one that I'm referring to as the age and the spiritual religion that Ad-Dajjal will bring with him, which is going to be the spiritual religion of the pineal gland, which is the third eye above the 33rd vertebrae, or the seven chakras, or how the Buddhists view it as well. That seems to be the pure Luciferian religion that Albert Pike had referred to in his letter to Mazzini when he was outlining how they would go about bringing World War I, World War II, and World War III into fruition. So my concern again would be Gog and Magog, and I have referred to what's unfolding in Asham, and that this war, when it does happen, right now you've got Israel blowing up tunnels in Lebanon and threatening to go into Lebanon. And then there's many other things happening on the flip side as well. It just seems like what we were discussing is more of a reality today than it ever was. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Again, those 70 nations have been invited as well by Israel to make prayer for the third temple. And this is part of Bible prophecy. I've just not had a chance. I thought I'd just touch base on this particular topic. And this quote which was very interesting to me. And this is at least how I view it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Jazakallahu khairan wa ahsanul jazaa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.